cover won't be blown. Say, has anybody seen my glasses and nose? I don't want to be on TV where my face will show. Say, has anybody seen my witness protection programs? Anybody seen my disguise? Oh, welcome out to Clodhoppers, everybody. I'm Claude Headgate. Alice Lake got stuck in traffic and couldn't make it down to run all the cameras and be the floor director, so we're doing it without a camera person this time, and we'll get through it just fine because we got a great director, John Hose, and he's in there running the switcher, and he'll be coming out here and adjusting the cameras if he
on
feels.
roller skates.
That's right. He's on a skateboard.
Oh.
And of course we got Bo Peep running the sound character generator and sound effects. And tonight we have a special treat. We have our friend Les Tarr, that radio star, joining us.
My pleasure.
And another additional treat, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight I am not, I repeat, not going to play my accordion. Boy, that's a big hand. Yes, it is.
Oh, the big hand. Is it like a mitt?
Yeah.
Is a big hand a mitt?
It must be. Okay, well, we're going to do some songs on two-stringed instruments. We're all strung up here. Or we will be shortly after the show is taped. We will probably get strung up.
Strung up by the neck.
Yes.
Okay, let's see. What key do we do this in?
I think you were trying to do it in D there.
I was, huh? Okay. Do, 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 looking out my back door. I just came in from Illinois, locked the front door, oh boy. Got to sit down and take a rest on my porch. Imagination sets in, pretty soon I'm singing. Do, 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 looking out my back door. Statue wearing high heels, giant doing cartwheels. Look at all those happy creatures dancing on my lawn. There's a dinosaur Victrola, now we're listening to Buck Owens. Do, 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 looking out my back door. Tambourines and elephants, they're playing in the band. Won't you take a ride on a lighter tune? Doodle-doo, wondrous apparitions provided by magicians. Do, 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 looking out my back door. Tambourines and elephants, they're playing in the band. Won't you take a ride on a lighter tune? Do-do-do-do, bother me tomorrow. Today I'll buy no sorrow. Do-do-do, looking out my back door. I don't know where I am. Oh, I just came in from Illinois. Locked the front door, oh boy. Got to sit down and take a rest on my porch. Bother me tomorrow. Today I'll buy no sorrow. Do, 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 looking out my back door. Do, 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 looking out my. Do, 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 looking out my back door.
Quite the ending you got there for that one, Les. More than one ending. Sometimes a song needs more than one ending, by golly.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's okay. We'll pray for ourselves. And, you know, I went to this church, and I think the pastor might have been kind of a beatnik kind of a fellow.
Was
because
he?
He kept referring to the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost as Daddy-o, Laddie-o, and Spook.
There you go. Yeah, well, there was a young mother who's she had two boys who were about 8 and 9.5, pretty close to each other, and they weren't bad kids, but it seems like whenever there was any mischief happening around the neighborhood, they were, I don't know, involved or were on the edges or something like that. She was worried anyway. Went to her minister and wanted him to use the big voice on him and maybe scare him a little bit and stop him from maybe getting into trouble that they hopefully weren't doing, but maybe were. How's that? So he was wondering what to do, and he says, well, I guess what I'll do is everybody knows that God is everywhere, so I'll try to say, you know, that God's watching them, and so they better watch out. See, so he says, okay, we'll send them in one at a time. And she sends the young one in first. And he comes in kind of skitterish, looking around, and he's not very comfortable. And he sits down, and the minister says, Johnny, where's God? And he gets this scared look in his face. And the minister's thinking, maybe I better should talk louder. Where's God, Johnny? He's still sitting there, getting even more nervous. Finally, the preacher says, well, out with a big voice, I guess I got to do it. He points at him and says, Johnny, where's God? Johnny jumps up out of the seat, goes blasting out the door, out the front door of the house, and the door slams behind him, and he runs all the way home, runs into his house, up the stairs, into his room, opens a closet door, jumps into the closet, slams it behind it, and buries himself as deep in the closet as he can get.
Wow.
A couple of hours later, the bigger brother comes home, and Johnny says, look out. What's the matter? Says the big brother. Johnny says, God is missing, and they think we did it.
Sorry about that, Bo Peep. We kind of did those stories a little bit out of order, but that's nothing unusual for us around here.
Did we do it, huh? Oh, well.
From 4 till 8, I was wringing my hands and crying. From 4 till 8, I was wringing my hands and crying. I believe to my soul that Daddy's girl closed down. From 4 till 8, she made me no good bar and clown. From 4 till 8, she made me no good bar and clown. No, she won't do nothing but bring a good man's reputation down. All right, Les Tar. A woman's like a dresser, somebody's always running through her drawers. A woman's like a dresser, somebody's always running through her drawers. She causing so many men to wear apron overall. When I leave this town, I will bid you fair farewell. When
Yeah, there you go.
An old song from the early days of Cream, that power trio. Doesn't sound much like a power trio selection to me, but that's the way things go in the music world.
Well, Claude,
Yes.
down in Texas, I have a spread that is so big you can get in your automobile. It'll take you 3 days to drive around it.
Well, Les, I used to have a car like that myself.
Oh, you did, huh? Well, there's this, I might be getting out of order again.
What? At this point, it doesn't. It certainly doesn't matter. Bo Peep's right there with us. So what happened to that? I understand your wife had a little trouble with the car. Is that?
Yeah, well, she did have a lot of trouble with the car, and I was, you know what? It was preseason football, by golly. Preseason football of all things.
Gee.
And she wants me to get off the couch and go fix the car. She comes and says, "Dear, we need some food. I'd have to go to the store. Will you go fix the car?" I didn't know the car was broken. I'm watching football. I haven't been here for 8 months on this couch watching foot. It's preseason. It's important. Well, she says, "You don't fix the car, we don't eat." Grumble. "I think I know what's wrong with it," she says. That's funny because she doesn't know much about cars. "You think you know what's wrong with it?" I ask her. "What is it?" "I think," she says, "it's got water in the carburetor."
Oh my, that sounds serious.
Yeah, well, that's what I thought. But, you know, she didn't know that much about cars. I says, "You don't even know what a carburetor is." I finally got mad and says, "Where's the car?" And she says, "It's in the swimming pool."
We better go down to Kentucky and see that fella who's mighty lucky.
Down in old Kentucky, there's a fella mighty lucky. By the way, he makes a guitar moan, hanging around singing in a country store, picking like a chicken, picking up corn. All the gals in the county love to gather around him, 'cause he's got the rhythm in his bones. Your feet start scooting with a shuffle and drag every time you hear the rhythm of the guitar rag. Hear the moaning tone, you hear the grumble and groan. When he gets playing and plucking those strings, he can make the deacon do the bucking wing. Even the fat and the skinny does a little shimmy, and the head start to wiggle and wag. Your feet start scooting with a shuffle and drag every time you hear the rhythm of the guitar rag. Play it, Clyde. Hear the grumble and groan. He can make a jackrabbit chase a hound. He can even make the deacon put the good book down. Even the fat and the skinny does a little shimmy, and the head start to wiggle and wag. Your feet start scooting with a shuffle and drag every time you hear the rhythm of the guitar rag. Moaning tone, you hear the grumble and groan. He can make a jackrabbit chase drag every time you hear the rhythm of the guitar rag. Down in old Kentucky, there's a fella mighty lucky by the way he makes a guitar moan. Hanging around singing in a country store, picking like a chicken, picking up corn. All the gals in the county love to gather around him, 'cause he's got the rhythm in his bones. Your feet start scooting with a shuffle and drag every time you hear the rhythm of the guitar rag. Hear the monotone, hear the grumble and groan. He can make a jackrabbit chase a hound, even make the deacon put the good book down. Even the fat and the skinny does a little shimmy and the head start to wiggle and wag. Your feet start scooting with a shuffle and drag every time you hear the rhythm of the guitar rag. Your feet start scooting with a shuffle and drag every time you hear the rhythm of the guitar rag. Bum, 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 every time you hear the rhythm of the guitar rag.
Wow, that was a good tight ending. It must be getting near football season. At least I certainly hope so.
Football. Football again. Yeah, can you imagine that? Preseason football, man.
Yeah.
Have to miss preseason football? Ah,
Boy.
it's awful. Got some water wings out, though, and floated the car.
Christopher Robin and I walked along under branches lit up by the moon, posing our question to Al and the ode as our days disappeared all too soon. But I wandered much further today than I should. Can't seem to find my way back to the one. So help me if you can. I've got to get back to the house at Blue Corner by one. You'd be surprised, there's so much to be done. Count all the bees in the hive, chase all the clouds from the sky. Back to the days of Christopher Seems funny in here with no Alice Lake giving us 5, one hand clapping.
Yeah, yeah.
Tremendous studio audience, however.
Oh, we've got a fan that's going full time out there.
Yes, we do. See, if only we could get a shot of that one fan, we'd really.
We could market it, huh?
Yep.
Well,
We better talk about Rosa's. Hey, Rosa's Cantina. Something from the something from the sound effects society in there.
Yeah, I'm supposed to tell the joke again.
Yeah, we already did it. So
Did we?
yeah.
Okay, well, here we're going back down to Texas here. Deep within my heart lies a melody, a song of old San Antonio, where in dreams I walk with a memory beneath the stars all alone. It was there I found beside the Alamo enchantment strange as the blue up above, and that moonlit path that only she would know still hears my broken song of love. Oh, moon in all your splendor, know only my heart. Call back my rose, rose of San Antone. Lips so sweet and tender, like petals falling apart. Speak once again of my love, my own. Broken words, empty dreams I know, still live in my heart all alone. For that moonlit path by the Alamo, and rose, my rose of San Antone. Know only my heart. Call back my rose, rose of San Antone. Lips so sweet and tender, like petals falling apart. Speak once again of my love, my own. Broken words, empty dreams I know, still live in my heart all alone. For that moonlit path by the Alamo, and rose, my rose of San Antone, and rose, my rose of San Antone, and rose, my rose of San Antone.
Oh, Rosie, you're all right. You wear my ring. Very good job there, Lestar.
Thank
Bob Will's number going way back there. Did you have a story about some kind of a racer?
Oh yeah. There was this very, very famous greyhound racer. He'd won over 100 races in his life. Always got the top flight care whenever he was taken around the country. Except this one time, they didn't have a kennel for him to stay in with his nice big dog bed and his, shot of whiskey inside his water. Oh yeah, they gave him a shot of number one malt or whatever it was. It was malt whiskey they gave him. Anyway, he was sitting there inside a stable. They put him inside a horse racer's stable because they had no place else to put him. And he was there in the corner, minding his own business. And the horses started bragging about how many races they had won. One of them said, "I've won 40 races." And the other one said, "That's nothing. I won 50. And the other one says, You're both just a bunch of pikers. I won 65 races." And the greyhound was taking this all in, and he got tired of it all of a sudden. He said, "You guys, you're just amateurs. I won 100 races." And the horses look at him, and one says to the other, "What do you know? A talking dog."
Tears coming up from deep inside, like my heart's gonna break. The fate of losing you was sharp and painful, so I might never shake. You might say that I'm taking it hard since you gave me the final goodbye. Don't you wait about to hide my heartaches, I'm gonna break right down and cry. Now the race is on and here comes pride up the backstretch. Heartaches go to the inside, my tears hold back, trying not to fall. My heart's out of the running, true love scratch for another's sake. Race is on, it looks like heartaches, and the winner loses all. And going into the stretches, rubber band. College boy and college girl are neck and neck. Charlie Sheen is over the rail, and wiping up the rear is toilet paper. One day I ventured in love, never was suspecting what the final results would be. Now I live in fear, waking up each morning and finding that you're gone from me. Well, the ache and the pain and the fear of that day is the one that I hated to face. Somebody else came up to win her, and I came out in second place. Now the race is on, and here comes pride up the backstretch. Heartaches going to the inside, my tears are holding back, trying not to fall. My heart's out of the running, true love scratch for another's sake. Race is on, and it looks like heartaches, and the winner loses on. Now, well, here's one by Stephen Foster, and we hope that that the hard times for y'all are coming to an end.
Really?
Collectively, as a whole society and as a whole planet. Thanks for checking out Clodhoppers. Thanks to Les Tarr for being a swell guest.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
Bo Peep, John Hose, thank you.
Excuse me, Sir Legs-a-Lot. How's a girl supposed to go about her business if you've got socks in every single dryer in this joint?
Well, I suppose you're just going to have to wait. I should be done in 3 or 4 hours.
3 or 4 hours? But I don't even have a full load.
This looks like an opportunity for compromise.
Oh, my goodness. Dr. Broccoli, I watch your show every day.
Where'd you come from?
Never mind that, Pinky. Now, let's see if we can find a way to work together so that we all leave here with dry feet. Or whatever those things are.
Hey!
You, sir, obviously have more than your share of socks to dry. Why don't you let Pinky here put some of her laundry in with yours? And Pinky, perhaps you could give him half of the quarters you were planning to use.
That would be fair.
Yeah, that's okay with me, too.
Oh, that's wonderful. We all win when we use compromise to solve our problem.
Could I get your autograph?
Compromise isn't selling out. It's the way our democracy works.
NCTV thanks the following underwriters for their very generous support. Williams Stationery. For 59 years, the Williams family has been providing our community a comprehensive full line of business and personal office supplies, social stationery, janitorial supplies, office furniture, and more. You can visit Williams Stationery in historic downtown Grass Valley, your headquarters for service.
Live from the Nevada City Little League Complex at Pioneer Park in Nevada City, California.